to 18 within 24 hours. You know? I'm like, I'm not very good at this, you know, but then I'm like, grow up, man.
What's it at now?
Like 20 or something.
20?
20.
One of the questions on there, Ryan, is who's going to have the highest VPIP? I wonder who that will be.
Who do you think it's going to be today?
I think Tim James, no, maybe Barry. Who knows? Interesting hand here. And look at that. Garrett makes top pair. And Tim with a very sneaky trips. Goes check, check. Interesting. Ace on the river. I wonder if that'll slow Garrett down here. He's reaching for chips.
500. Raise 1500.
And Garrett going for some really thin value. Tim James snap raising him up to 1500 with his sneaky trips, and Garrett lamenting, putting in the extra 5.
What do you want me to think you have? Strength?
I feel like my answer might negatively influence your decision-making process.
I'll take a look.
Ocho.
I feel like that was a rehearsed line from Tim. He was like, whenever I get stuck in a pot with Garrett and he starts interrogating me on the river. That's what I'm going to say.
You guys can opt out if you want, but I think Corey and Michael are the best dealers anywhere. So I'm going to give them 25 each for one round each. You guys down for that?
What? I give them each 100, so no one feel obligated to do anything like that. But
I love it.
What are you guys even talking about?
Tips for the deal.
Tips.
Oh, God. Like, what? Is it? That's a personal decision.
Sorry, I'm a little out of it right at the moment. Here's my 25 either way.
Guy wins one hand. He's trying to become the table captain.
I'll pay you.
Well, big shout out to Tim, because I've played with him 3 times already on the stream, and each time he's asked the table to tip each dealer $25. Every time thus far, the table has agreed, and so each dealer's got an extra 200 today. A little more resistance felt on Tim's way. Just trying to be a good guy at the table.
Yeah, well, my man Tim, you're in a different game today, all right? You know, you were the table captain yesterday, but that was Wednesday. Today's Thursday. And Garrett's in the house. And I like how Garrett didn't say no. He just said, this is what I'm doing. And no one else at the table should feel obligated to do what you're saying. Very diplomatic, though.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. Tim James tried to assert his dominance as the table captain early, and if he's able to assert his dominance as the table captain tomorrow, I expect the average drink ratio to be anywhere from 3 to 4 per person. The excitement level is going to be a 10 for sure.
I got a guy to fold a full house in the Bobby's Room game with 7 deuce. And he tanked forever, and he showed it.
Here it takes.
And he goes, oh, man. Yeah,
What
it
a
was
legend.
on a king, 4-4 board, and I rip it on the river for 35,000, and he tanks forever, and he had a 4.
I can't do
And he
it.
folds.
What was the other card? King, 4-4.
King, 4-4.
7 deuce. It's good for the
So
game.
if there was an ace on the board, he says he would have called. And I 3-bet at pre-flop. And
What do you had 7 deuce?
I had 7 deuce. And he folds a full house,
Raise.
and it just changed him. I think that guy's like forever.
So Garrett 3-betting pre,
7
Tim
deuce
James
commitment.
peeling with the 9-8 offsuit.
Wait till you see me play 7 deuce.
Turn, Garrett checks it over to Tim.
Exactly.
Tim putting in
Got
a
it
quarter
tonight?
pot size
No,
bet,
I
and
meant-
Garrett
You'll know
deciding
it
to
if I got
raise
it.
it up
Know
with
it.
his medium strength
I
top
was
pair.
winning a lot of money with 7 deuce.
I think
For me, it's a matter of pride. I got to win every time with
I've
it.
won a really big hand with it, and I lost.
Tim
a
and
really
Garrett
big hand
have
with it.
battled quite a few
Someone
hands
made a
today.
really tough call against me.
Yeah, there's probably a couple times where I 3-barreled and the guy had aces full.
Yeah.
And Tim, non-believer, 15K in the middle.
We're like on the river.
TJ looking for an 8 or a 9, an ace on the river. That's not a good card for Tim, making it less likely for Garrett to have that ace that he was representing to begin with. How big will Garrett go? G-Man with a pot-sized river bet, targeting weaker aces, middle pairs, 8x, and Tim put in a very difficult spot. He called the check raise with just an 8, and now the ace coming on the river, making it far less likely for Garrett to have the hand that he was representing. Would Garrett bet this size with a hand like 5-6? Would Garrett do it with a missed flush draw? Of course he would. It's Garrett. That's all the thoughts that's going through Tim's mind right now. But can he come up with the correct decision? You beat all those hands, but you lose to every ace. How often is Garrett check raising the turn instead of just betting with those hands as well? These are all the questions Tim should be asking at this point in time. Tim cutting out calling chips.
He did it. He was trying to get a live read off of Garrett.
You're not going to get the live reads off Garrett, though.
I don't know if you're going to get this one through, dude.
Oh.
I don't think I can fold.
And Tim, I think he just wants to put on the hero cape. He wants to make this call. He wants to be correct.
I mean, this goes all the way back to the table captaining that was happening earlier in the day. You know, this is the battle for asserting dominance here. But I really do think Tim is fishing for something out of Garrett right now.
He's got that look in his eyes. It looks like he wants to make the call. It looks like he wants to be correct. All the signs point towards strength, but he wants it.
Garrett giving absolutely nothing away.
That's the only I can fold.
Another time bank from Tim.
Tim James, last 4 episodes, has used 0 timed banks. In this one hand, he's used 4. And he prides himself on acting quick.
You can see this isn't just about the money. This is about being right against Garrett. He's reaching for the chips. And he tosses them in, and Garrett shows him.
This hand. Thank you.
Over $45,000 pot going G-Man's way. We talked about picking spots. Garrett waited for his right there.
Unfortunate river for Tim. I think he can get away from it on a lot of rivers, but when the ace comes, it just makes it far less likely for Garrett to have the ace, and I'm sure that was the dominant thought going through Tim's mind throughout that hand.